Hey everyone, what's up? Have you ever looked at a picture of a volcano and just thought, man, what if that thing suddenly blows its top? It's a pretty common thought, right? You see these giant, majestic mountains, sometimes with a little steam coming out, and you wonder, is it sleeping or is it about to wake up? Well, today we're going to dive into exactly that. We're going to demystify the science behind volcanic eruptions and figure out how we can tell if a volcano is stirring from its slumber. Forget the complicated geology textbooks. We're breaking it down, plain and simple. First off, let's get one thing straight. The term waking up is a cool way to put it, but what's really happening deep underground? Imagine a massive underground chamber filled with molten rock or magma. This magma is under incredible pressure, and it's always looking for a way out. A volcano is basically a vent, a weak spot in the Earth's crust, that this magma can escape through. When a volcano is sleeping, or dormant, the magma is staying put. The pressure isn't high enough or the pathway to the surface is blocked. When it wakes up, something changes that allows this magma to start moving upwards. So how do we know it's on the move? We can't exactly stick a camera down there. Instead, scientists or volcanologists act like detectives. They look for clues. One of the biggest clues is earthquakes. But we're not talking about the big, city-shaking ones. These are tiny tremors, often too small for us to even feel. As magma forces its way up, it cracks and breaks the rock around it, creating a series of small, continuous earthquakes. It's like hearing a creak in your floorboards, but on a massive scale. Scientists place instruments called seismometers all around the volcano to listen for this underground rumbling. If the number and intensity of these tremors start to increase, it's a major sign that magma is getting closer to the surface. It's like the volcano is clearing its throat. Another huge clue is ground deformation. Think about it. If you have a massive amount of magma pushing up from below, the ground above it has to bulge, right? It's like blowing up a balloon under a blanket. You'll see the blanket rise. Scientists use super precise GPS stations and satellite radar to measure tiny changes in the shape of the volcano. We're talking changes of just a few millimeters or centimeters, but over a vast area. If one side of the mountain starts to swell or tilt, that's a telltale sign that the magma chamber is inflating. It's a literal sign that the volcano is taking a deep breath before it erupts. Then there's the gas. Magma is full of dissolved gases, like carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. Yes, that rotten egg smell. As the magma rises and the pressure drops, these gases escape. Just like when you open a can of soda and you hear that psst sound. Scientists use special sensors, sometimes on drones or helicopters, to sniff the air around the volcano's crater. If they detect a significant increase in these gases, particularly sulfur dioxide, it's a strong indicator that fresh magma is near the surface. It's the volcano's bad breath, and it tells us something is brewing inside. We also have to look at temperature changes. If magma is moving closer to the surface, it's going to heat up the ground and the water around it. Hot springs might get hotter, snow on the summit might start melting faster than usual, and steam vents, called fumaroles, might become more active. Scientists use thermal imaging cameras to create heat maps of the volcano. If they see new hotspots appearing or existing ones growing, it's another piece of the puzzle suggesting that the internal plumbing of the volcano is heating up. It's like the volcano is running a fever. Now, let's put it all together. No single sign means an eruption is definitely going to happen tomorrow. A few small earthquakes could just be the ground settling. A bit of gas could be a normal release. It's when all these signs start happening together and escalating that scientists get really concerned. It's about seeing a pattern. Imagine you see more earthquakes, the ground is swelling, gas emissions are through the roof, and the summit is getting warmer. That's when the alert level gets raised. Volcanologists are like doctors monitoring a patient's vital signs. They were looking for a combination of symptoms that point to a clear diagnosis. An eruption is likely on its way. So when you see a news report saying a volcano is waking up, it's not just a guess. It's based on an incredible amount of data collected 24/7. These scientists are combining data from seismometers, GPS, gas sensors, and satellites to build a picture of what's happening miles beneath our feet. This work is absolutely crucial. It's what allows authorities to make informed decisions like evacuating nearby towns to save lives. They're trying to predict the unpredictable, and they're getting better at it all the time. A great example is the 2018 Kilauea eruption in Hawaii. For weeks beforehand, scientists saw all the classic signs. The ground around the summit started to sink as magma moved away from it. Earthquakes swarmed the East Rift Zone, and the ground there started to crack open. It was a textbook case of scientists tracking magma movement in real time, allowing them to warn residents exactly where the lava was likely to break out. It was a powerful demonstration of how this science protects people. So are more volcanoes waking up now than before? Not really. It might seem that way because we're constantly connected and news travels fast. But the bigger reason is that our ability to monitor them is better than ever. We have more sensors on more volcanoes, and satellite technology allows us to keep an eye on even the most remote ones. We're simply detecting more of the restlessness that has always been happening. We're more aware of Earth's natural rhythm. It's a humbling reminder that our planet is a dynamic, living thing. These geological processes have been happening for billions of years and will continue long after we're gone. But by understanding the signs, by listening to what the Earth is telling us, we can learn to coexist with these powerful forces of nature. So the next time you see a volcano, don't just see a mountain. See a complex breathing system with a fascinating story unfolding deep within. Thanks so much for hanging out and exploring this with me today. I hope this cleared things up and gave you a new appreciation for the incredible science of volcanology. If you enjoyed this and learned something new, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And of course, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Got any questions or ideas for a future video? Drop them in the comments below. I love reading them. Until next time, stay curious.